Hi guys, Tropical Tanker here, back with another video. So, as some of you may know, this is my German Blue Ram tank, and as some of you know, I've got 3 German Blue Rams. I've got a male and 2 females, and we've had some luck. On the slate back there, just below the heater, we have eggs. Now, these were laid about 3 hours ago. Yeah, 3 hours ago. The females started eating some of them. Most of them were white, which means they aren't fertilized. So that's good, but I gave her food anyway because I didn't want her to eat the ones that are fertilized, which are the darker color ones. Now, I'm obviously excited about this, but I'm also not, because I know what's going to happen. Because it's their first spawn, the parents usually eat the eggs for the first 3, 4, 5 spawns. So I'm not expecting these to hatch or become anything, but I am very pleased that they are spawning and that the male is looking after the eggs quite well. There we go, that's quite short. So as you can see, some are white, so I'm hoping they'll clear up those before the others start to fungus up. But the male was very protective, and when the female started to eat the eggs, he chased her off, which is always good news. The youngest female is in here. Not sure whether to keep her in the tank or leave her in here. She's kind of stayed in there since her eggs have been laid. I'm not sure if she's getting picked on, so I need to check that out. And I'm not sure where... she's at the back. So that's the female you see there. And that's the male over the eggs there. So, very excited. Glad that they are spawning. But obviously I'm not expecting anything to come out of it. I also moved the 2 albino Corydoras out of here because they are bottom dwellers and I don't want them to eat the eggs. I want the parents to get used to them and everything, so I took them out of here and put them in this tank. So in this tank I've kind of done like a complete rescape. So that's my aqua one. So previously this was black and white gravel all the way along here, and I had HB blue strain. I know, guys, and as you can see, these are not HB blues. So here's the 2 albino corridors. So I changed this to sand, mainly because I prefer it. It's easier to maintain. The dirt doesn't get stuck in between the gaps of the sand. The fire won't get stuck in there, but it does look more messy, so I need to keep on top of the maintenance, and that's why I added 2 suckers and these albino corridors, which were in this tank. So I've gone back to the German red German tuxedo strain. This male here, the male here I bred, he was from my original female and male, so he's like, I wouldn't say he's pure, but he's like the best I've come to, and he was the only surviving fry out of that spawn, so he'll have the best genetic material. And I went to my local fish store and picked up these 3 females, which basically just showed the traits or their dominant gene for the German red tuxedos. But again, I'll have to do some like natural selection and play with their genes a little bit before I get a pure strain, because a pure strain will have fins like this one, where the top fin will be completely red and most of their back. So like this guy back here, that one there, he's got a nice red dorsal fin, the one that I bred, and got a nice body. However, he's got a bit of white in the middle. Now I'm not sure if he's going to grow into the colour or if he's going to stay like this, but the pure German red tuxedos have red where that is, and his fin's got a nice colour, but they're still a little bit missing at the back. So yeah, I've had these in, I actually moved these in today. He was in he was in my community tank. I was growing him up in there, and these the 3 females were in here for like the water to get up to temperature and for the sand to settle down and everything. But I moved them out as soon as I saw eggs in there, because I know they'll be very protective over their eggs, which I'm so excited about. So yeah, that's about it. So I changed the HB Blues. They're in the community tank, but the reason I went back to is just because I love this strain, and because originally I saw this male and I was away for a bit, so I'm not able, that's why there hasn't been a video out for like a month now, so I apologise for that, but I was away, and when I came back I saw this little guy and I was like, oh my days, I've got one. And so I went to the shop and got these 3 females, which I'm very excited about. I also put in a clown roach in here just to get rid of the snails. There are still a few left, but they're good because they help clean the glass, because these, the 2 golden Chinese algae just won't be able to keep up with the size of the tank. So I got some snails out of this tank and put them in there. They also help keep the detritus down, which I'm hoping the corals will do as well, as they like to put their noses in the sand. Added these plants. Again, not very good with plants. Just bought ones that were quite nice. This one is probably as big as it's going to get. This one should be like double the size, like it will expand that way, so I'll probably take some cuttings out of this and put it in here. I'll probably put it in this corner here. I also want another light for this tank, because I hate that light. Well, it's good enough, but it only does like part of the tank, like it doesn't do this half, so that's why all the plants are on this side. I also want a better filter for this tank. I probably want another filter like that on the back, but I'm not sure, because at the back there's only a small gap, whereas there it's a hang-on filter, so I'm not sure if there's going to be a big enough gap at the back. So, but I hate this filter. I'm not gonna lie. Look at all the bits still floating around. I hate it. Look how grubby it gets. Ugh, I hate this filter. I have to raise it up at the back just to get like a decent flow and movement on the surface. So yeah, that's about it really, guys. I just kind of rescape this tank, put a new strain of guppies in here, and I will stick to these guys. I'm going to stick with these guys. I'm going to be, because I know you guys can't like this strain. I noticed you didn't have as many likes on the last video with the new strain, so I've gone back with this strain because I like it, you guys seem to like it, and these guys, I am so happy they're spawning. Again, I'm not sure if you guys were able to see the eggs, but they're just there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you because my finger will be too big, but they're just there. Just there, just above my nail. So yeah, I'd say there's probably about 50. Oh, come on. Focus. Oh, it doesn't want to. Come on. No, it doesn't want to that close up. I'll probably say about 50 now. There were about 100, but the female, this one here, she kind of kept eating them. I'm glad they spawned on the slate and not up here, because I was worried they'd spawn up on there. That'd be really exposed. And it would be good from like the good filtration on here, but the eggs will get moved around too much, because they often aren't stuck to slate like angel eggs are. So they'll be flying all over the tank, which aren't good, and the parents will get stressed out, then they'll eat their eggs. So that's what's happening here. Got eggs in there, new strain in there, rescape this tank, hopefully getting new light and new filter. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what you thought about this video. Cheers.